Okay, I didn't know this was gonna be such a fucking complicated, in-depth. I'm actually so bad. I didn't know this was gonna be such a fucking intense discussion. Apparently, my chat is trying to argue that the burgers and quesadillas are at the same difficulty level to prepare. And I don't know what you're talking about. How is that possible? Like, okay, if we compare peak, like, okay, let's do floor, right? What is the easiest cheeseburger versus the easiest quesadilla? Quesadillas are harder, actually. There's no way. Okay, the easiest quesadilla is take 2 tortillas, sprinkle Mexican cheese blend on it, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, right? The easiest burger, aside from like frozen pre-prepared burgers, which you can do the pre-prepared quesadilla route at that point if you want, but like the easiest burger is getting ground beef, forming it into a specific size burger that you have to think about what size and what shape the burger you want it to be, because do you want it medium rare, do you want it well done? When you're dealing with raw meat, the complications and complexity of a dish increase dramatically just based on that, let alone the like quesadillas just can at the floor. Obviously quesadilla can have more in it, but at a floor, right, at the floor level, a quesadilla can just be tortilla and cheese. At a floor level, a burger can just be meat and bread, right? Fuck the cheese even, right? But even with that just considered, right, you have to factor in the shape and size of the burger, how long to cook it for, when to flip it, what temperature to put your stove onto, all of these things that you literally can't factor in and would not factor in with the quesadilla. Bro, you got to decide on big or small tortilla, I guess. Sure. And like how to distribute the cheese, that's like the main things, but like that is all so inconsequential in comparison to like how to actually cook a medium rare burger or like whatever the fuck temp you want, right? Like making a burger is so much more infinitely, and that's also, this is floors, right? So we're not considering seasonings, but the more you bump it up, like the more complicated you get, a complicated burger will always outshine a complicated quesadilla. Like it's not close. Like a burger is like, this all came from the point of, I think going out to eat and ordering a quesadilla is unhinged. Like why would you ever go out to eat and then get a quesadilla? Like just make it at home, right? But then someone said the same thing for burgers. Why would you go out to eat and get a burger? And it's like, what the no, what burgers are so much more. The floor of a burger is so much more complicated to make. It takes so much longer. Like, would you really rather make your, like, in terms of efficiency, right? Not considering flavor, right? But in terms of speed and efficiency, isn't like going and getting 2 McDoubles at McDonald's so much easier than just like making 2 burgers at home, right? Excluding taste and making the burgers to your liking and yada yada, right? Like, but like making the easiest burgers at home will still be harder than like McDonald's versus like quesadillas are actually so easy. Like quesadillas are crazy. Grab a little ball of ground beef and slap it on the grill, leave it 2 minutes, flip, done. If that's what can go through your guys' brain when you make burgers, more power to you. I feel like there's so much that happens around making a burger. Like there's so much thought process. Like just the ingredients in general. If I were to make a quesadilla, okay, my ingredients would be tortilla, seasoning, 1 or 2 cheese blends. We'll do 4, right? A sauce and like a pork, probably like a shredded pork, right? Or like a shredded beef. That'd be my quesadilla list, okay? If I were to do a burger, okay, potato roll buns, ground beef, seasonings, pepper jack cheese and Swiss cheese, pickles, onions, ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, burger sauce. We're at like 11 so far. Maybe lettuce, arguably, bacon, right? Like this is like when I make burgers, this is my kind of burger. I do a lot of toppings, okay? I'm a burger. You can't add oh yes, when I make a burger, I add 3 to 4 sauces: ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, and burger sauce. Sometimes I'll do A1 on top of all of that, or I'll do barbecue A1 ranch. Pat likes it wet. If my bottom bun, also you have to crisp the bottom buns, but yeah, dude, if my bottom bun isn't like dripping, I'm barely eating, right? Guys, he's just farming clips for his food Tate channel. He really knows quesadillas are more complicated. True. Oh my, the real Tate. No, dude, it's like so insane. Like it's not even close. Like, is there one good argument in chat for how quesadillas are actually like? There's probably what is like the most complicated aspect of making a quesadilla is probably distribution, right? Like making sure that's the thing like Taco Bell gets wrong, which is fair. Like, you know, they shouldn't get that right. They're too cheap to get that right. Like when you eat a Taco Bell burrito or anything from Taco Bell, you're always going to have a pocket of sour cream like on the right side, and it won't be just like, or like whatever the fuck, right? Like you always have pockets of stuff, and it's just all right there, right? Most CCD have chicken figures some kind of meat. Yeah, but once again, bottom floor, right? Floor quesadilla versus floor burger, right? A floor burger is so much more complicated. It's not even close. And the more you go up, the more. Even if you assume, I think that even if you assumed more of the quesadilla, a quesadilla with like 4 ingredients, okay? A quesadilla with cheese, meat, sauce, and a vegetable is still less complicated to make than just a normal hamburger. 100%. Like it's 100%. 100%. Like, what do you, the only thing you okay, the complications of making that are like distribution once again and like grilling times and not burning the tortilla, right? But like on a burger, man, it's the levels of rare to medium to all that stuff, the temperature, the sear you get on your actual crust. Dude, it's so much, man. Are you assuming all things are pre-cooked and pre-prepared? Cheese, you get like a fucking whatever. What else? Pork. The pork, yeah, I'm assuming pre-prepared, I guess. If you're like making your own pork butt, I mean, fair enough. You're like making your own pulled pork. I mean, that's different, right? At that point, we're assuming you're like buying your own like beef chuck and then grounding it, you know, with your own like grounder at home. Like that's to be comparable or whatever. I actually can't believe. How is this the discussion? I think you are trolling me. There's no way. Yeah. Don't you just cook burger until it's done all the way? No. No, you don't. And if you like are a smash burger fan, fair. But even that, like, I guess that's okay. No, but even then, like cooking it to a health standard is going to be more. There's no good argument. Like the most bottom level burger is always going to be infinitely more complicated than the most bottom level. I'm a smash burger fan. I think smash burgers are super overrated. I think they're good and they're tasty. Every restaurant having a smash burger is cringe. I think that they're super overrated. I think McDonald's gave us the taste for smash burgers, which is fair. It's like nostalgic because of that. And most fast food restaurants in general, but no, still to me, the best burger I've ever had. I think I can leak the location. There's a restaurant called Roots, and it's in between Roots restaurant. It's in between Maryland and Virginia. It's called Roots 657. I don't know why it's called that. But it's like a on the side of the road it's like a really random, I don't know why it's in the location it's at. It's like in between empty fields, right? It's literally just in the middle of nowhere, unironically. And this place has a triple patty dry aged burger with like cheese, like triple cheese and triple bacon or whatever. It's the best burger I've ever had. I did not think when I first saw it on the menu, I did not think that I didn't think that dry aged burger would actually increase the flavor that much. You think of it as like, oh, you know, like dry aged ground beef, like really, does that really matter? And it really matters. It is the best burger I've ever had in my entire life. It's so amazing. I can't recommend. It's spelled like route. Yeah, like route. Yeah, it's so, if you're in the DMV area, I can't recommend you Route 657 enough. It is in the middle of fucking nowhere. And it's the best burger I've ever had. They also have like their own like handmade, house-made barbecue sauces, which are amazing on it. I love it so much. It's so ridiculously good. So I don't know. Is there any more discussion or argumentation for quesadilla versus burger? That's just gonna like blow my brain. Dry aged beef is worth it in my opinion, but if you're buying rather than producing, might well pay through the teeth. I feel like it's, dude, producing your own, dude, I don't know. That feels like a crazy standard. I don't think most people are going to make your own dry aged beef. That's crazy. I think it's 657. Yes, 657. Pat holds burger higher than quesadilla, so his burger floor is higher. Biased burger lover. Okay, I am biased. I do love burgers more, but like, I'm just trying to think. Is there a logical argument for like why quesadillas are complex? Like the base quesadilla versus base. Like with the burger, I'm assuming you're not seasoning it. I'm assuming no cheese. I'm assuming just meat and bread. And even then, the cooking process is infinitely more complicated than tortilla, cheese, microwave for 30 seconds, right? The base quesadilla versus base. Could you microwave a ground beef? Maybe if I start comparing it like that. I don't. Is there anyone who actually does that? I don't think so, right? We're not using a microwave. Everyone has eaten those shitty microwaves. The base quesadilla should not be microwaved. I feel like did we not all grow up eating those? Boil a burger? Okay, boiling a burger would literally be harder than, okay, now we're reaching levels of like, okay, we're not making it shit for the sake of making it shit. We're trying to do like easiest pragmatic arguments. Is that the only argument the quesadilla gang has? Is if you boil your burger, it's easier? / taste more like shit? I don't understand. And for the gifted sub, what's up? Pard. Stove burger versus stove quesadilla? Even then it's burger all day. It's not close. Once you're cooking a raw meat, it is so much more complicated than just toasting a bread, right? Do we agree that cooking a mound of raw meat is more complicated than toasting bread? We agree with that, right? This feels like the SpongeBob and Patrick thing, right? Your name is Patrick, right? So this is your wallet? Yeah, my name's Patrick. No, it's not my wallet. It's like, what? Microwave hot dog. Microwave hot dogs are based. I love microwave hot dogs. Microwave hot dogs are amazing because they bust open the dog and they send the grease flying, and the grease like gets on the outside of the dog. So when you bite the hot dog, you like taste the grease and the fat, and like it amplifies the flavors so much. There's a really good argument that microwaving a hot dog might be the best way to cook it. That's a whole another video though. Oh my, like, I think grilled is the best. Now I think grilled hot dogs are the best, but I think microwave is easily second best. And there's a really good argument, honestly, for microwave hot dogs being the best way to make it. No one talked about this. No one is brave enough to bring it up, but unironically, I think microwave hot dogs might be the best. It's actually so good. A hot dog busting open to explode its greases everywhere. Anything over boiling? Yeah, my parents boiled our hot dogs. The only like microwaves because of nostalgia? No, I was a boiled hot dog family, and that shit sucked. Now the only time you should ever boil a hot dog is one time when we had a big snowstorm and a power outage. My dad took a pot and like scooped a pot full of snow and put it on the wood stove and then boiled hot dogs during a power outage like that. That was pretty based. That's the only time to boil a hot dog. And even then, arguably, he should have just gotten a fucking pan and fucking, I don't know, put it on the wood stove and cooked. Bro should have, like, yeah, that's the only time. Quesadillas have meat in them as well. They don't have to, right? Like, we're comparing a base quesadilla versus a base burger. Burger needs hamburger. Quesadilla does not. There's a lot of cheese quesadillas. And even then, even if you assume like base quesadilla with meat, what meat do you want to put in? And it's probably still easier than a burger, depending on if we're drawing grounds of like making your own pulled pork to put it like, then fair, that takes like 6 to 8 hours. Sure. God, I love meats that take a long time to make. I actually love it so much. Cooking a pork butt is just like raising a child. It's actually insane. You season it, you put all this prep work into it, into like doing the best job you can to raise it, and then you put it in the oven for like 6 to 12 hours and just hope, and you check on it every 2 hours, and you hope it turns out well, and you keep it hydrated. And, oh my God, it's amazing. I love making a pork butt. I love making meats that take a long time to cook. It's so fun. Quesadilla translates to little cheesy thing. It's a great nickname for the wife. Okay, I'm gonna call it there for the food take video. Thanks for watching. I hope I enraged you. I don't hope so, but I inevitably did. I apologize. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe for more pet food takes. You know you want to. Thanks for watching.